Hey guys, welcome back. And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different than we normally do. Haven't really done any videos together in quite some time.
It's
And
been too
with
long.
It's been a very long time. And with the college football season right around the corner, the new college football video game, today we're going to be ranking every college football logo in the FBS. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to get this going. We got a lot of logos to rank here, but I think that these tiers that you've come up with are pretty awesome here. So we got best of the best, great, good, mid, iconic but bad, and I have a really strange feeling that a ton of these logos are going to end up in iconic but bad. And then we have just plain bad, and then we have ass. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what ends up in the ass pile there. We've spoken off camera already. I think we have a good understanding of at least one team or two teams that are going to end up in the straight ass category. But I am going to cede to you. I want you to start off because we have Ohio State. We're starting with one of the big guns here. We're starting with Ohio State.
Well, if you guys, before we get into it, we're going to be alternating going back and forth
Yes.
between the logos. Ohio State, it's not a bad logo, but it's not a good logo either. I think this is immediately going into iconic but bad. If I see it's either there or mid for me, I mean, you can kind of be the tiebreaker here, but I mean, I don't love it very much, to be honest. It's just an O with the word Ohio State. So there's not really anything that's doing anything for me there. So I would say iconic but bad.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to keep true to our rankings here. I'm not going to be any tiebreaker. To me, that is pretty shocking. I'm not going to lie. I always kind of sort of liked the Ohio State logo, but I do agree in a sense where it's like, say, even if you took out Ohio State from the logo, it's just an O. So
Yeah.
I get it. And I think that this epitomizes the perfect logo for iconic but bad, where it's like, of course, it's iconic. It's Ohio State, but you know, it's not great. So I have Appalachian State here, and we spoke off camera about this. Honestly, if it was just the A without the word inside, without the Mountaineers inside of the A, I think it would be better. But just the font of the Mountaineers word itself, and the fact that it kind of from far away it looks like a mustache on the A. It's a little
Yeah.
it's a little strange for me. I'm gonna put it in bad, despite the fact that I actually do like Appalachian State, and they're somewhat of like a cult hero for like people my age and stuff. You know, where they had the huge upset, and they've always been kind of around that like darling of college football. I'm gonna say that their logo is pretty bad. If it wasn't for the Mountaineer in the middle of the A, it would be probably mid for me.
Yeah. I like that one. As for Army, I think that's a good logo. I think I like just the simpleness of it. You've got the warrior helmet with the sword. It does feel like Army to me. I think this is a good logo and the colors as well. I'm a fan of it, so I'm going to put it in the good tier.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that one. Now I got Kennesaw State here. I like to factor in like the relevancy of the team, and I believe I saw a ranking going into the 2024-25 college football season, and Kennesaw State was ranked the worst team in the FBS. Be that as it may, I do think for how bad of a team they are, I think their logo is actually pretty sick for the most part. I'm going to put this in the good category. I like the way that the S and the K are kind of interlocking. It doesn't look confusing. I know that this is Kennesaw State, so I'm going to put them in the good category.
Fair enough. I know we talked off camera about this. This one is not going to go in the iconic but bad because I am partial to the color orange. I think the colors work. And I mean, you talked about App State kind of having a cult following. We all know the U, the hand signals, the turnover chain. There's just so much history with this logo, and I love the colors. It's still going to go in mid though because it's not one of these top
You're
logos.
talking it all up, and then you're just like, yeah, it's going to go mid though.
Because I mean, it's not. It doesn't do anything special, but I think it's better than the ones that are going to be in those iconic but bad category.
Yeah, and you just spoke about iconic but bad, and I have Michigan, the defending champions here, and I'm going to put them in iconic but bad. This just seems like a logo. I know that there are probably going to be some boomers in the comment section that are like, "You can't change an iconic logo," but maybe a little bit of a remastered version of the logo. I feel like if there were some teams that deserved a remastered logo, Michigan is probably one of them. A team synonymous with success over the past, I don't know, forever for the most part. And their logo is just so mid to me. But since they are an iconic team, it's going to go an iconic but bad. I feel like it really does need like a sprucing up a little bit.
Without question. Northwestern, this might be our first bottom tier ass category. It's just bad. This logo sucks. The purple is not the shade of purple that I like. Also, it's just weird that the end thins out at the bottom and at the top and then gets thick again. Doesn't make any sense. The actual logo with the Wildcat in there is actually pretty sick, but that's not this one. This one's going on the bottom.
What tier is it going in?
I'm not going to say it again. The
It's
one
going in
time.
the ass tier. It's going in the ass tier. All right, so I got Pitt here, and I'll be the first one to admit I'm not really a big fan of logos that are just a word for the most part, but I really like Pitt's. It seems very clean, very like classic, and I love the outline of it. I
Yeah.
love that the T's look like it's two people holding hands with giant feet. Love that. And yeah, Pitt to me just has a very clean, classic look. I'm actually going to put this in. I was thinking about putting it in the mid. I mean, in the good, but I think I'm going to put it in mid. It's not a bad logo by any means. Is it great? I don't think so, but I think it's very clean and classic looking. So it's going to go in mid for me.
I respect that one. I think I would have put it around that tier as well. As for SMU, I love this logo. I
Yeah.
think this logo is awesome. Color, I mean, I would maybe like a little bit more color in it, which might hold it down a little bit. But just the running Mustang, it looks sick. I think I'm going to put this one in great, to be honest. I think this logo is fantastic. I'm very partial to logos with either characters or like some sort of like moving animal or something like that. And I think SMU is almost exactly what I look for in most logos. So this is a great logo to me.
Yeah, I agree, and I agree with the tier as well. That would 100, even if it was like, I feel like if it just had a hint of a different color, it probably would have even been in like the best of the best. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite logos. And speaking of a logo that could use a little bit more color, but it's just so classic to me, the UNLV. We just spoke about this with Pitt. This is straight and to the point. I love how clean the UNLV looks. It's a little bit bannered, and red with black is just always such a classic, clean look. I'm going to put this in the good category. I really do like, I know we just talked about this with Pitt, but I'm not a huge fan of just letters or the word itself, but that is just such a nice, clean look to me. It's going in good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna put Duke in great as well. I love this logo. Just the devil in the middle. It just Duke's always been the villain. It just fits the team perfectly, and I love the color blue. So again, another great logo for me here. I'm a big fan of that Duke logo.
There's only one category that doesn't have anything in it yet, and I think I'm going to break it right here. The Razorbacks, to me, this is one of my favorite character logos in all of college football. It's mean, it's menacing, it's clean. Like I just said, it's got that red, it's got that black. I love this. This is going to be in the best of the best for me. It's one of my favorite logos all the time. Even though they're pretty ass for the most part, the team itself recently, their logo is iconic, but
Yeah,
not bad. It's iconic, but really good.
yeah, absolutely. Iowa State's gonna go in bad. This logo just terrible. Just an
Really?
eye.
I'm
I
surprised
hate
by that
this
one.
logo, especially when you compare it to the old logo. I mean, this logo doesn't do it for me. The eye, I don't love the red and the shade of yellow combination very much. I don't like how plain it looks. We're about to get into probably one of the most plain parts of this
Oh,
ranking,
yeah.
and this one is just not. It's not good to me. So I'm gonna put it in bad.
Okay. All right. LA Tech, I know I spoke about it before when you're looking at like a team's success and all that. To me, it kind of factors into it because if you're an ass team but you have a cool logo, to me, you're a little bit of a higher tier to me. And LA Tech has a pretty awesome logo, in my opinion. They
Hmm.
also have some pretty awesome players that have come out of there. Legarius Sneed, obviously, is one of them, but that's not what we're here to discuss now. But I really do like maybe I honestly think it would be cleaner if the T wasn't so big. If it just said LA Tech with Louisiana in the background, I feel like it would look a little bit better. But I still think that this is a really solid logo. I'm gonna put it in good. And I really do like the colors. I love that like deeper blue. I love that with the red. So I'm gonna put it in good. It could be great, but I'm gonna put it in good.
Yeah, I like that. Marshall, I think, is also going to go in good for me. I know some people don't like it. I'm a fan of this logo, to be
Love the
honest.
colors.
I like the yeah, exactly. I like the colors. The green is great, and you mentioned great players coming from Louisiana Tech. We've got some pretty great ones from Marshall as well.
Yeah, Chad
Um,
Pennington.
yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah,
Um,
totally not Randy Moss, right?
no, but I do like this logo quite a bit. The one with the bison on there as well, fantastic logo. I'm going to put this one in good.
Yeah, and just their name itself too, the Thundering Herd is like such a cool name as well. I'm a big fan of names like that, and we're getting another ass category here with Eastern Michigan. I mean, does it get more plain, more basic than just an E in a semi okay font? I mean, that looks pretty as basic and as sad as the team itself. Pretty much is the Eastern Michigan logo.
Awesome Fields, horrible logo.
Yeah, it's just
Horrible
no
logo.
good, man, no
Before we
good.
actually got on recording, they renamed the field Crosby Field after Max Crosby, which I thought was pretty cool.
That
Um,
is pretty cool, but that's just a testament to how bad their history is that a player as recent as the 2018 or 2017
yeah,
draft is your best player ever.
yeah, it's pretty sad. Nebraska here, I'm stuck between mid or iconic but bad. If it was just the N, it would probably be in the iconic but bad. But I like the little Huskers font across the middle, so I'm gonna put it in mid. I don't hate this logo. Nebraska definitely on the up now with Matt Rule. They have been in a bit of a slump for the last decade or so, but I think their logo is it's a pretty solid one. I like the colors, red and white, simple, and the Huskers font definitely puts it from that iconic but bad tier just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I would actually say the reverse for me, in my opinion. There, I would put it in mid if the Huskers weren't there. To me, it just kind of throws it off a little bit. It looks like splattered paint on it, but it does give it a little bit of juice. So, but I agree with like the tiers that you were fighting in between there. It's either iconic but bad or mid for sure. And we got Akron, and I got two asses back to back because you want to talk about plain. I mean, you have such a cool name, the Akron Zips. You couldn't come up with anything cooler than an A. You're
Yeah,
going in the A, yeah, it's A for ass. That's what it is.
yeah. Um, this is probably going to be controversial here. I'm going to put Alabama in good. I think Alabama's got a good logo.
Yeah,
I
I
love
agree with
the
that.
font there. This is not an iconic but bad logo. They've got. I love the font of the A. It's one of the most recognizable logos in the sport. I think this is a good logo. I think it's got a lot of appeal. Very simple, but also it pops. So I'm going to put that in good.
Yeah, I don't think that's controversial. I 100% agree with that. With Arizona here, I really like I love the way that it looks. I love the tri-colored logo. I love how it looks pretty clean. I'm probably going to put this in I was gonna put it in good, but I'm thinking maybe more mid. I would just like to see a little bit more. But at the same time, I know I'm a little bit more partial to the actual like character logos than letters, but this is clean to me. I'm gonna put it in mid. I definitely think it would if there was a tier between good and mid, it would be in that tier for me.
Yeah, I like that logo quite a bit as well. Arkansas State, this has got to go and best of the best. I think
Yeah,
this
it's
logo
fantastic.
amazing. We
Yeah.
talked about it. Logos with some sort of character are what we're going to be more partial to, and this one, the Red Wolves, it looks incredible. The black, the red, everything pops. You got the white border, which helps this as well. This one is fantastic. This is in the best of the best.
It's just such a great name too. That's another thing that to me, like that's why I feel like the Thundering Herd could have like such they could have a best of the best logo if they like revamped it because that is just such a cool like name for a team too. I agree. The Red Wolves, what a sensational logo. And Florida International here for me, if they just revamped the color scheme just a little bit, maybe a little bit of a deeper color on that Panther, I would say it was the best of the best, but this logo is still great in my opinion. You got the panther coming through, looking all mean. Then you got the letters on top. I'm a big fan of this logo. It's going to go in great for me.
they've been doing the Vice color scheme on their jerseys. Something in that black, blue, pink sort of colorway would
Yeah,
be amazing.
absolutely.
Colorado, I mean, I'm in Colorado now, so I see this logo everywhere. And I like this logo. I think it's simple. You got the CU in there. I love the gold and black combinations. I'm going to put it in good. It's not in that great tier for me, but I think this is a good logo, and I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Auburn here. Yeah, this one for me, it's gonna go in iconic but bad. I
Yeah.
just I I'm just getting AU out of this. I honestly think it would even look better if the colors were reversed. If we got, an orange in the middle and then the navy blue outlining, I feel like it would look a little bit better. But to me, it just looks pretty bleak for the most part. So I'm gonna go with iconic but bad for Auburn.
Yeah, definitely. Ball State, I mean, I know most of the time I like character logos. This isn't one of them though. I'm not a fan of this logo. The Cardinal just doesn't really pop very well. Also, you talked about team success. There's just not a lot there. I'm gonna put it in mid because at least they tried, but it's not something that I'm a big fan of. So I think it's mid.
Yeah. You got oh man, we got some good ones coming up. But
Yeah,
Baylor for me is not one of them here. I feel like Baylor Bears, you could do so much more with that.
absolutely.
I'm a big fan of like when teams aren't afraid to like revamp their look or revamp their logo or anything like that. And I feel like we don't see that enough in college football. It kind of seems like they're quick to stay with the tradition and the history of the university and all that. But Baylor is a team that I think is in serious need of an upgrade for their logo. I do like the diagonal BU, so that probably saves it from being ass, but I'm gonna put it in bad.
Yeah, I think this one's bad. Even if it had it, they used to have a yellow border around it. Even that would have maybe put it into iconic, but
Yeah.
bad. But it's not good to me. Boise State, I'm stuck between great and best of the best. I love this logo. Do we factor in the blue field here? Because if we do, it's best of the best.
Hey, that's up to
Um,
you. It's your call here.
I, I I I did the Mustangs in great. I think I like this better than the logos in the great tier. I love this logo. I'm gonna put it
Very
in best of
clean.
the best. I'm a huge fan of the Boise State logo. Orange and blue, two of my favorite colors. It pops. This is an incredible logo.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. And I'm in the same wavelength here with Boston College. I think that this is as clean and as awesome as it gets when it comes to a college football logo. I said earlier before recording that this is one of my favorites. This is going to go in the best of the best for me, too. The eagle in the middle of the BC, you get a little of that slanted font as well. I think it's a really, really nice logo.
Yeah, absolutely. Bowling Green here. I like this logo. I think the logo itself is good. The design, it's there. The colors are bringing it down. This orange and brown is absolutely disgusting. To where I would put it in great, honestly, because I think this is simple, similar to Baylor. The diagonal letters, you got the falcon there. I think it works. The colors themselves probably bring it down to good for me. I think it's a good logo. They've got to do a better job. You're Bowling Green. Why is there no green in your logo? It's good, but it's not anything better than that to me.
All right, so I got Buffalo here. And before we started recording, I said how much I love this logo. Now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, I wish there was like a white border around it or something. I feel like it's just missing that pop of like, something to really bring it out. I do love the color and the logo itself is really cool. So, kind of like what you said with Bowling Green, I'm going to put Buffalo in good. And I think what really separates it from great is just that lack of a border there.
Yeah, without question. BYU, oof. Yikes. Sorry. We went from some of the best logos we've gotten all day to one of the worst. An oval with a Y. Yikes. We're gonna put it in the bottom tier. And no, I will not be saying it again, but it is going in
Oh,
the
it's
bottom.
gonna go in the ass tier.
Yeah, it's
Very nice.
horrible.
I
I'm
have
very
Cal
curious about this
here.
one.
What happened?
I'm very curious about where you're gonna put this one.
Yeah, I always liked Cal's logo for the most part, even though it's just lettering, but it's classic. It's got that cursive, thing going on there. But again, like we could do so much more. This is to me as classic as it looks, and the fact that I always liked it probably saves it from being ass. but I'm gonna say bad because it just seems like it's missing so much. It could be missing another color. They have such nice colors. Their jerseys are so nice. Everything pops, and this logo to me, just blue and that's it, is just it's bad.
Yeah,
Look, you
you
can't
can't
even
even
see it. I put
yeah. That one hurts a little bit. I honestly would have put that in mid or good. I'm a big fan of the cow logo.
I just
Central
think
Michigan?
I just think with the uniforms and the color scheme that they have, that's such a disservice.
Yeah. Even the yellow one is probably better than that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Central Michigan, this is bad. I hate this logo, honestly. I don't even know what's going on. Like, what is that? Can anybody tell me what that is? It's bad.
Are we putting it in bad?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
nothing else to say. I have nothing to add. I don't know what it is.
Alright, so I have Charlotte here, and again, I love the little pickaxe there in the middle, but I feel like you could do so much more. It's a little basic for me. I'm gonna put it in bad as well. I feel like that's not enough to save it from being not because, like, if you take that pickaxe out, you can't even really tell that it's a C for the most part.
Yeah,
It just looks like a blob with a pickaxe in the middle of it, so it's gonna go in bad category for me.
yeah. Cincinnati, you can barely see it, but that is Cincinnati.
Wow,
Um,
good catch because I really thought that the next one was Clemson. I didn't even realize that that was there.
I love the Cincinnati logo, honestly. I think this is one of my favorite logos. It's the C with the bear claw, kind of like you've got the claws, you've got the little red dash. I don't know what that is. I'm just basing it off the C. I'm gonna put this one in good, bordering great, but this one's gonna go in good for me. I'm a big fan of the Cincinnati logo.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there, and I feel like it would be for me, if it had red around it, it would be in
Mhm.
best of the best. Like,
Yeah,
if
this
it had a
logo is
red
fantastic.
outline or even a white outline, it would be tremendous. I love that logo. This one for me, Clemson, I love the paw. I do.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put it in best of the best, but I do think that this is a great logo. It's iconic. You know exactly who we're talking about when this logo comes up. It's going in the great category for me.
yeah, without question. And I'm gonna put Coastal Carolina in great as well. We talked about this. This logo's so strange, but yet I love the character logos.
Angry cock, just call it what it is.
I love the color scheme too. The like light tan and teal works so well for them. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one in great. I love this logo.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really sad that you get East Carolina and I get Colorado State, but Colorado State to me, this logo is just it's not I don't wanna put it in bad because I love, like, the idea of the logo. I just feel like the color is kinda dreary. Like, I feel like even if the green was a deeper green, it would pop so much more. This is gonna go in the mid category for me because I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's good either.
East Carolina,
You better not do this logo disservice here.
I'm not gonna do a disservice. This is probably going in best of the best. I mean, what's there not to say about this logo that hasn't been said already? The colors are fantastic. Even the other logo where it's not a dead guy and it's a guy that's still alive. I remember texting you this. Looks like our good friend Broshmo. This logo is fantastic. Um, it's one of the best in the entire sport.
Yeah, absolutely, and you could see, like, if you guys take a look at it right here, you could see how a little outline goes a long way because even the yellow outline on the bones just makes it pop that much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that logo, and I was so jealous that you got that, but I got Florida here, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I really don't think that this is the best of the best. I'll be honest with you. But the Gator is if see, this is what I'm talking about, where an iconic university has had a really good logo for so long, but could make this logo so much more fierce looking and so much cooler. But it's still a tremendous logo. It's gonna go in the great category for me. But I feel like maybe a little bit more pop with the orange. I'm a hard grader when it comes to this, but nothing else. My NFL draft grades are not nearly as critiquable as this, but yeah, I'm gonna go with great. I feel like there could just be for the rich history and for the logo itself, it could just be so much more, but it's still awesome.
Yeah. This is probably gonna confuse some people here. I love the FAU logo. I love it.
Mhm.
It's so simple. You got the FAU there and a font that I like. The colors are good. And then you got the owl face in there as well. This is a great logo to me. I'm a huge fan of this one. This one's going to go in great for me.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I love the fact that you could tell what it is when you're looking at it. That's a big thing too, and Fresno
Mhm.
State to me gets off to such a good start. You got, a really clean character logo here, but then they put their whole name in it, and you can't even see the state part for the most part. I think this logo is a little clunky for me, to be honest with you. It could, and it's also, like, far away. Like, I can't see, how, like, look at Georgia State, for instance, like, you know what that is when you're looking at it. I can't tell exactly. I mean, I know that it's a bulldog, but I you can't really see the face. I can't see any of the features of it. For me, it could be so much more. I'm still going to put it in the good category because I love the category and I love the colors, but it could have the potential to be best of the best with a touch up.
Yeah. Georgia, the iconic but bad category was made for Georgia because I mean, I love the colors, but it's literally the Green Bay
Yeah.
Packers logo. There's nothing special about it. You're the Bulldogs. Their secondary logo is amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
This is not it. This is a bad logo from my iconic university.
100%. And some people might love the Georgia Southern logo. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it because the eagle just looks like a toddler drew it. Like it's got like no character to it. It's just very straightforward. And it looks like the really old Jaguars logo to me, that like side profile where the Jaguar was just like, and there was no fierceness to it. The new Jaguar logo is awesome. I feel like this needs a little bit of a revamp, but I think it's still good. Like, don't get me wrong, I love italic the italics of the font. I do love the idea of the mascot itself. So it's good for me, but again, I feel like I sound like a broken record. It could be so much better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And you talked about the Georgia State logo. This is probably in the best of the best category for me. I love this logo, the blue, the white border. You talked about it. It just feels right up there. The Panthers. I mean, there's a lot to really like about this logo. You can tell what it is. This is one of the best logos in college football.
Yeah, it's just like, even I'll go as far as to say I'm getting greedy and I would love to see like a third color in there somewhere just to make it pop even more. It's so pretty, it's so clean, so crisp. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Georgia Tech here. Yeah, this logo is not doing it for me. Even the fact that like the color combination just is so dreary in my opinion. You got like that weird like light tan. Like I couldn't even really tell you what it is with that blue outline. It's not ass for me because I like the way that the G goes into the T. So that's a redeeming quality for me, but it's bad in my opinion.
Yeah, if it was the yellow jacket logo again, there's so many of these schools that like the Wolverine, the Michigan logo is great. The Bulldogs Georgia logo is great. The Yellow Jacket Georgia Tech
Yeah, it's
logo might
awesome.
be a best of the best. That
Yeah,
might be the
awesome.
best logo, period. But this logo is bad for me, and so is the Hawaii one. I don't like this logo at all. You're the Rainbow Warriors. There's nothing that screams Warriors. There's
Or
nothing that
rainbow.
screams Rainbow. This is way too plain. And for Hawaii, like there's so much potential there. And it's just an H with a couple of triangles on there. So it's gonna go in bad for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I was very curious to see when I was kind of queuing up to see who got what. I was very curious to see where you'd have that. I would put it in the same category as well. To me, it just could be so much more. And the green really doesn't make any sense to me at the end of
Yeah.
the day. Yukon, to me, this I'm not going to put it in the best of the best. It is great though. I do love this logo. I love the husky itself, but for me, again, harsh grader when it comes to this. The font on the Yukon could be a lot more awesome to make this logo maybe a little bit more compact, a little bit more sleek, but it's still an iconic logo. It's great. The colors work really well together. It's going great for me.
Yeah. I'm there as well. Temple's going in the bottom tier. What is
What
that?
tier is that?
I've got a rule
It's
here.
the ass tier.
Yeah, that this logo's horrible. This right now is in the running with Eastern Michigan for the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's no bueno. Oh,
You're the
don't worry.
Owls.
There's one coming up
Florida
that's gonna
Atlantic
take
is
the
the
cake
Owls.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Um, definitely, and
this
we spoke
one's just
about that before.
terrible. The color's terrible. There's nothing that screams Owls about it. Like this is really bad.
Dude, I have such a nice I'm, like, looking at the bottom, I have such a nice stretch of logos coming up, it's unbelievable. Starting with UTEP, absolutely love this logo. I think this is the UTEP Miners. This is exactly what I'm looking for in a logo here. It's clean. The T is the pickaxe. It's got a little bit of weird sideways font to it. I love the outline color. This is going in great for me. I love this logo.
Yeah. Western Michigan. Again, I think it's going to be the similar to the Bowling Green thing. Love the logo. I hate the colors though. Any logo that has brown, most of the time it's probably going to get docked because of it. And this is an ugly brown too. Um, where it would be great, it's going to go in good for me. I do
Okay.
like the logo. You can definitely see the motion of the Bronco, but yeah, it's going to go in good.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'd go as far as to put it in mid. Here, Arizona State, this is an iconic logo in my opinion, and I absolutely love it. I love this logo. I was so excited to see that I was gonna get this. I'm putting this in best of the best. I think this is one of my favorite logos in all of college football.
Yeah, it's a great logo. Illinois is not a great logo. Um, Jeez, I'm looking at the bad category and the one below that and trying to figure out which it's going in the bottom again. This is terrible. I like the colors, but even
What
then,
category is it going in? It's
the
going in the
shade of
ass
orange is
category.
bad. The shade of orange is terrible. So yeah, it's going there.
Yeah, Notre Dame, I got here, iconic but bad. I mean, if this was the secondary logo with the actual Fighting Irishman, to me, that's in the best of the best.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite. This does not do it for me. This doesn't scream any type of tradition or history or anything. I know it's iconic, and this is what I'm so glad that you put this tier in here. This is exactly what it's for. It's an iconic logo, but that doesn't mean that it's good, and it's going
Yeah.
in there.
Toledo is quietly one of my favorite logos
Yeah.
in college football. This logo is awesome. The rocket in motion, the colors are fantastic. I don't think I'm going to put it in best of the best, though. I don't think it's on par with those, but this logo is fantastic, and I'm going to put it in the great category.
Yeah, I think that what we have here, for some reason, what it's white. I think it does it a little bit of a disservice to how cool it actually is.
Hmm.
So if you want a better look at a Toledo logo, look it up. They're really awesome. I agree with you 100% on that one. And I feel the same way about Tulane, where I don't think that this is a top tier logo. This is a pretty damn cool logo, if you ask me. I love the colors. The green with that teal just pops off. Their uniforms are really awesome. I love this Tulane logo, and this is going to go in great for me.
I know you can't see me, but I have a Tulane sticker on my water bottle. I love this logo that much. So, yeah, this is a fantastic logo. And Western Kentucky is not quite as good, but it's not a bad logo, I don't think. I
Mhm.
like that it's kind of like I like the idea of the logo, like waving the towels and things. The Hilltopper logo is probably horrible with the mascot. That one's awful. This one, it's going to go in mid for me. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's great. I think it could have been executed better than it is, but it's mid for me.
Mid, okay. Very good. Yeah, it's a good logo. It's solid. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. It looks like a scarf.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know exactly, but Northern Illinois to me, this is what I feel like UConn could look like.
yeah,
I love this look where I feel like if you combine the two Husky logos, like if you put the side profile of this Husky on Northern Illinois, that would be a top tier logo in my opinion. But I absolutely love this logo. This is going to go in the great category for me because I feel like if we just combined both, it would be that much better. But
yeah,
obviously we can't, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Indiana, I'm partial to Indiana. My dad's a big Hoosiers fan. And I think everyone sees this logo and they're like, what is it? It's an I and a U. Indiana University. even with the explanation, it's still going in that bottom tier. It's not good when you compare it to the rest of the college football logos. I see what you're about to say, and
What
no,
tier is it going in? It's
no,
going in the ass tier.
yeah, it's
All
it's
right,
bad.
so we got Iowa here. I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a good logo. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in mid because I it's a good logo, but it's just like again, I feel like
Poorly
the
executed.
Hawkeyes, huh?
It's poorly executed.
Yeah, just like their offense, it's poorly executed. It's got to be mid for me because I don't think it's bad or ass, but it's just I don't know. Like you could do so much more with black and yellow than they did here, and I can't even tell that that's really like I see a beak, and then I don't know what the hell else I see here.
Yeah. Um, I'm sorry I had to take this one from you. This is probably my favorite logo in the FBS. I'm excited that we actually have a prospect to talk about from this school in Clay Webb. Jacksonville State is in the best of the best, and it's probably at the top of the category. This logo is amazing. You've
Yeah.
got the rooster just losing his mind. The colors are fantastic. This logo is so awesome. This is in the best of the best, easily for me.
Yeah, I could see if some people think there's too much going on, but I love it. I think it's one of the best logos in all of college football, and I feel like it's so funny because, like, if you look at our best of the best, like, we don't really have great teams in the best of the best,
No,
you know? I
no.
think it's so funny that, like, a lot of the, like, mid to bad teams in the FBS have awesome logos, but we got JMU here coming into their 2nd year in the FBS. Uh, I'll be honest with you. Like I said before, I'm not a big fan of just purely letters, but the JMU with the 3 different colors, I really, really like. And I like how it's a little italic, not totally. It's not totally straight either. I'm actually a big fan of this logo. I think if the colors were jumbled around a little bit more, I think it would look a little bit better. But this is going to go in the good category for me. I got nothing. They got no problems with this JMU logo.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that logo a lot.
Kansas State, look, the logo itself is good. My problem with it, every high school in America has this as their logo, and
Yeah.
that brings it down. It's not the purple. There's one color going on. I don't love that. I'm gonna put this one in mid for the same reasons as you put Iowa in mid. There's just so much potential that was not executed very well for me here. So I think it's gonna go in mid.
Yeah, I agree. And we agreed on this before when we talked about it. I think Kansas has a fantastic. The Jayhawks is
Yeah.
iconic in other sports, maybe not so much football. But
Yeah.
this is an
Yeah.
awesome logo. This is going in the great category for me. I've always been a big fan of this logo, and it's I don't know why people don't like it, to be honest with you.
I guess it's too cartoony for them, but like that's what I like. I like when these schools
Yeah.
have their mascot as their logo because I mean, you see those on shirts and those are the things that we identify with more. We love the characters and I agree. I think that one is teetering on best of the best as
Yeah.
well. But I agree with great. Kent State, people love this logo. I'm not as big of a fan of this logo as a lot of people are. Now, it's still going to go in great for me, but I know some people are like, this is the best logo in college football. I wouldn't say that. I do like the lightning bolt, kind of how it comes from the hawk, I guess. It turns into a lightning bolt, but I'm not the biggest fan of this logo. I think it's towards the bottom of this great tier for me.
Okay. Yeah, I like it too. I do. I feel like if the Kent State wasn't on the bottom and it was just K with the flash, it would look really like a lot more clean. I got
Yeah.
Kentucky here, and I'm not gonna lie. I think the colors of this logo save it from being
Yes.
iconic but bad. I think I'm gonna put it in the mid category just because I love the colors and I kind of like the way that it's stacked UK. But it's not bad. It's not a bad logo by any means, but it could definitely be better.
Definitely. And that's kind of how where I'm at with Liberty. I don't think this is a bad logo. We talked about it. They're the Flames. They have a lot of things that they could do, and I just feel that this is poorly executed. I'm gonna put it on the good tier. I think it's right there with Georgia Southern for me in terms of like logos. It's good, but it's not something that I'm gonna go back to and like is towards the top of my list. It's a good logo.
Yeah, and I love the next one here. Ole
Yeah.
Miss, it's literally straightforward. Ole Miss, but it's so iconic. It's just got a way about it that looks classic, and it I really do like this a lot. I'm gonna put it in the great category, honestly, and I know that's crazy considering that it's, just words, but look at it. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. If it had a hint more outlining, I'd probably put it in best of the best, honestly.
If it had the if it was that light powder blue that they have, I
Oh,
mean, just stop. It's the
yeah,
best of the best. I love this logo.
yeah.
Louisiana Monroe, it's mid to me. I mean, it's okay. I don't know what's coming out of the L. It just looks a little wonky. It's not a bad logo, but I'll put it in mid.
Alright, not too bad. Now I have to start scrolling here. Oh, the Raging Cajuns to me, one of the best logos in all of college football.
Yes.
I'm putting this in the best of the best. I
Yes.
absolutely well, I gotta do that. I absolutely love this logo, and it's so funny because we put Jacksonville State and the Raging Cajuns next to each other because it's kind of the same concept in a way, but I feel like the whereas the Gamecocks have, like, so much going on, you know exactly what you're getting from this logo for the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, I was curious where you were gonna go with that one because
I
I'm a
love that logo.
huge fan of that one. Um, then we got Louisville. I think it's good. I mean, nothing too crazy about it to me. Simple cardinal. It's got a nice, another character, but I don't think it's on that great tier for me. I think it's close to like the Colorado, the Army,
Mhm.
Buffalo logos. It's a good logo, but it's nothing that's super exciting. I do love their colors though.
Yeah, I agree with you there. The color really pops, but, just an angry bird, like, whatever.
Yeah,
LSU is going in the iconic but bad for me. I mean, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure that their secondary logo with the tiger itself is really cool. That would probably be in, like, the great tier for me, but, yeah, this LSU logo is, no bueno for me.
yeah. I agree. Maryland, so much potential here. I
Yeah.
wish that there was more of that flag at the logo. With the turtle is like one of my favorite logos, but this particular logo, it's gonna go in mid for me. I there's so much potential and it just falls short. I'm gonna put it in mid.
With Memphis here, I feel like if the colors were a little bit more deep, like if we had an orange or even like a gray, a deeper gray on the tiger itself, this logo would pop so much more. This is going to go in the good category for me, but it really does have the potential to be great with a little bit more color contrast.
Yeah, I love the way the tiger's leaping over the
Yeah,
M.
but
I would
I
have put
need
that
to
one in
know
gray.
that it's a tiger.
Yeah, I would agree. Miami, Ohio. What is that? You're ready for it because it's coming. It's going on the bottom. This one's horrible.
What tier is it going in? It's going in the ass tier. Good lord, that's bad. The only saving grace for me would be the outline, and then I kinda like the font of the M, so maybe I would put it in bad, but yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's pretty ass. Middle Tennessee State, love this logo. This is going in great category for me. I wish maybe the character itself was just a little bit more defined in color, but that is just such a clean look. The italics, the font, the character on top. I really do like that logo a lot.
Yeah, I don't like this next logo very much. This one's gonna go in bad. I'm not gonna put it down there. No, no, no. The yellow, it's similar to Iowa State for me. The M just feels too blocky, and like I don't like the way the legs of the M are so far spread apart. Like you look at Miami, Ohio, that one looks fine. This one, I like the colors a little bit better, but it's bad.
I actually, if it was me with those last two, I'd probably flip them. But either way, I agree with those tiers. Yeah, the M just looks a little strange. I don't know what's going on there. Could do
Yeah,
so much more. The Golden Gophers, you could do so much more with that. Um,
yeah,
Mississippi State here, it's mid for me. There's really no color contrast whatsoever. It's a good logo, don't get me wrong, but, you know, a little bit color contrast goes a long way in making like a pretty basic logo look cleaner.
Yeah, definitely. Mizzou, I think I want to put this one in great. I'm a huge fan of the Mizzou logo. I love the tiger. I love the colors. I'm going to put this one in great. I'm a huge fan of this logo. Team relevancy. It's hard to find a team that's not on the rise more than Missouri right now. This team has
Yeah,
had a major turnaround. That's a great logo to me.
100%. Navy,
Oh no, no.
it's going in iconic but bad for me because obviously Navy is iconic and synonymous with college football. But I mean, it's just if we didn't know it was Navy from the N, they had to double down and give us the Navy on the bottom of it
And they
too.
give
And
it the North Star as well.
that's what I'm saying. We're going triple N with this one here. North Star N Navy. No good for me. It's gonna go in iconic but bad.
Yeah, that one honestly might just be bad, honestly. Their
Yeah.
other
Well, it is
logo
it is iconic.
yeah, their other logo with, like, the ram on there, that logo is
So much better.
awesome. But, yeah, they don't like to give us what we want. New Mexico State, this is a good logo, maybe mid. I heard there was some controversy with Oklahoma State and this logo, which is why Oklahoma State doesn't have that cowboy anymore.
Mm.
Um, it's okay. I wish there were more color to it, but it's a good logo.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like even if they put color on the man itself, I feel like it would be good, like a lot better. I agree with you there. The Lobos, though, love this logo.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this logo. This is going in the great tier for me. I don't think it's necessarily the best of the best, but man, that is a super clean logo. It's menacing looking. You got the Lobos like facing back, like you're looking up at it itself. I really do love that logo a lot.
Yeah. North Texas, not a fan of this one really at all. I'm gonna put it in mid. What are they? The mean green.
Mean green, the mid green.
You see, if they would have done kind of what if they would have done kind of like went the Tulane route with their logo, that would have been nice. But I just don't. This logo doesn't pop to me. The green is kind of bland. There's no color
Mhm.
other than the green. It's mid to me.
Yeah. I agree. NC State, I wanna put them in the best of the best in the worst way. This logo just looks too cartoonish for me, in my opinion, whereas some people said, "Oh, the Kansas logo is a little cartoonish." I mean, look at this wolf. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't
Yeah,
cartoonish looking here. I think it's still a great logo. I do love it. I'm gonna put it in the great category, but just the pure cartoonish look of the wolf itself puts it in the great category for me.
definitely. USF. I know you said that you were a big fan of this one. I think it's a good logo. I mean, I'm not in love with this logo. There's not really a lot there. It's the U with some bull horns. It looks cool, but it's a good logo to me. It's not going to go in great or anything.
Alright, so it's good.
Yes,
Okay. Very nice. Alright. We got another best of the best here. I love
yes,
the Ohio Bobcats have a fantastic logo, in my opinion. I would say if there was one thing, maybe a little bit more depth of color here, but this logo is so cool with the Ohio in the background too. Love the color contrast between like that tan and that green. This is in the best of the best, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm a huge fan of that logo as well.
Look
We've
again,
got
we're just continuing the trend of teams that are really not that great in the best of the best.
yeah, Oklahoma. It's iconic but bad. I don't like this logo very much. OU. That's it. The colors kind of bland. Yeah, it's an OU for me.
Yeah, the Ohio State, that was the first one. The Oklahoma State logo, the only saving grace from it not being in the iconic but bad, I'm putting it in the mid category, is the color scheme. I absolutely love the black and the orange, but they could just do so much more with that. So it's not a bad logo. I like the font. I love how you can clearly see it's OSU, but that's not really too much for me there.
Yeah, Old Dominion. I'm tempted to put this one in great. I'm a big fan of this logo. Number one, I love the color scheme. Number two, the Monarchs. You've got the crown there. I think the font is really good. I'm going to put this one in great. I'm a big fan of the Old Dominion logo. Again, similarly to Jacksonville State, we actually have a good prospect to talk about this year. We've actually
Yep.
scouted the guy, so we know what to talk about with him. So, yeah, I like Old Dominion there. It's going to great.
All right, I got Oregon here, and this is pretty straightforward. You want to talk about uniform package? They would be in the best of the best. The logo
Yeah,
itself, it's iconic but bad, and honestly borderlining on bad. They could do so much more at this point with all the rebranding and all the different logos they do every single year. You would think that they would kind of bolster up their primary logo, but it's iconic but bad in my opinion.
yeah. Oregon State, I'm tempted to put it in best of the best, to be completely honest. I love this logo.
Yeah.
You've got the orange and black color scheme, which we both love orange. Also, a small detail, but the white eye and the white teeth just pop so much for the beaver. I'm putting this one in best of the best. I love this logo.
Yeah, I agree with you. And while I was doing my prospect profile on Talisi Fuaga last year, every time that I
Mm,
looked at the logo, I was just like, man, this logo just pops all the time. I'm a big fan of that logo. I agree with you 100%. Oh boy. Falling on Penn State here. And it's iconic, no doubt about it, but it's so mid to me, in my opinion. Like,
yes.
this is just a mid logo. Give me a Nittany lion. What the fuck is a Nittany lion? Show me what a Nittany lion is, please. It's going in mid because it's really not a bad logo. And of course, it's
No, it's
iconic,
not.
but it's not great. It's mid.
Oh man, I'm just looking down at what's coming up, and there's some bad ones. Honestly, I think we could agree that two of the next three are going in that bottom tier, and the other one is probably going in bad.
All right, so give it to me. Which one's going in the ass category?
Purdue, no, this logo sucks. That
Yeah.
color is terrible. That's about it. Their old logo with the train is awesome. This logo is not.
Yeah. Rice for me, it's gonna go in the bad because
Yeah.
I love the font. I really do. I think it's very like regal, very classic looking. But this is like if Rice had a chess team, that would be the logo.
Yes.
Like this is not a football logo to me. And it's borderlining on the ass, but I do like the color and I like the font overall, but I need a little bit more.
You know what to do. We talked about this earlier. This logo is so bad. This is so bad.
I think that we could both agree. We could all agree, ladies and gentlemen, that we have found the winner of the worst logo in college football. And it just so happens to be the closest D1 college in proximity to me, and that's Rutgers University. What the fuck is this? I mean, come on. Like look at every other
I don't think
letter.
it's the worst though. I don't think it's the worst.
I think I mean maybe Eastern Michigan might be worse.
At least there's an outline on the Rutgers.
All right, we can agree that Eastern Michigan and Rutgers are the two worst
Yeah,
logos, and probably coming into 3 would probably be Temple.
yes,
That's really bad
I
too.
would
But
agree.
Jesus, you wanna get as generic as possible, you got the Rutgers Scarlet Knights there. Jeez, that's
Yeah,
just terrible. Alright,
but we've got some
so
great ones coming up. This
yeah, I
next
was gonna
stretch
say
is
that
great.
we are really ending off well, I shouldn't say ending off, coming close to the end is really good. Sam Houston State, I like this logo. I
I
do.
do too.
I don't think it's great. I don't think it's good. I do think it's mid because it's is it outlined? Let me actually see. No, it's not outlined. All right, so it's going in the mid category for me. If it was outlined with black, get a little bit more depth on that, I would say that it was probably a good logo, but I'm gonna keep it at mid for now. Ooh,
San Jose State is going
yeah.
to be. Oh no! I just saw what you saw. San Jose State to me is going to be in great. I love this logo. I don't think I would put it in where. Timeout.
What?
Where's Michigan State? Did I forget one team and it was Michigan State?
Yeah, we did.
Well, if Michigan State was here, they would probably be in great with this one. But I am going to put it. I am going to put this one in great.
All right, so just for everyone viewing at home, we forgot we forgot Michigan State. That's okay.
We forget one school. Oh,
This logo is great in my opinion. I
Yeah.
love San Diego State's logo. Uh, that's exactly what it is. It's great. I don't think it's best of the best. I won't go that far, but very, very clean look to it. You know exactly what you're getting from the Aztecs here with this one. I love that logo. It's great for me. Wow, we got quite a bit in the great category here.
Yeah. We want to talk about a great logo to me that should. I'm going to stir up some controversy here. This logo should never be changed. This logo is fantastic. This is a great logo to me. I love this logo. They have the other one that's got some gold accents to it, but whichever version of this logo you choose, the Florida State logo is one of the best in college football, and I will put this one in the great tier.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have like I think that this one that we chose in this isn't as good as the, like, original one per se. I do love this logo, though. It's fantastic. When the other one, when you get a little bit more color variety, a little bit more depth of color, I agree with you. It is great. Now, we've settled on my favorite logo in all of college football here.
Yeah.
UAB has an unbelievable logo. This is easily going in the best of the best, in my opinion. I mean, look at how cool this logo is. I mean, it's got everything. It's got color variety. You know exactly what you're looking at here, and it's not too cartoonish, in my opinion. Whereas maybe the Wolfpack was a little too cartoonish.
Hmm.
UAB has such a it's so clean. I love that logo.
Yeah, I agree. That's that. I'm jealous that you got that one. South Alabama, man, I don't really know what to make of this because it's got a character which I like. This character has no character though. There's nothing there. This is so plain. It looks like a Tesla, to be honest. I'm gonna put it in mid.
Yeah, I agree with you. A little bit more color variety would go a long way here with this one. Kind of the same thing with Sam Houston State for me. I love the logo. It's just like what what Jaguar do you know has blue eyes?
Not
Like
me.
what is and a blue mouth? Do you know any Jaguars?
I know
Like
a few, but none of them have blue eyes. They definitely don't have blue mouths either.
yeah. All right. So we got my favorite team name in all of college football here. We got the South Carolina Gamecocks with this one here. And I love this logo. I'm a big fan, as you guys obviously know from this video so far, big fan of red, black, and white as a combination. I love how this is synonymous with South Carolina. Like you see this and you know it's the South Carolina
Yeah.
Gamecocks. This is going in the great category for me. I absolutely love that logo.
I think it's bordering best of the best as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Southern Miss, I don't love this logo very much. I know some people
I like
in
it.
this room do, but I'm just not a big fan of it. I think it's a good logo, but it just I want to see more color from it. That's really my biggest complaint. It just feels very plain. Team success horrible. Maybe the worst team in the FBS. I think it's a good logo though.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think I would put it any higher than good, even though I am a fan of the logo. I think it's good. Stanford Cardinal here, you know, I'm gonna get controversial here. I think that this is fucking ass. I think this logo sucks. And you know why I think it sucks? Because they are the Stanford Cardinal. Okay. One singular cardinal. They're not the Stanford tree. Give me a cardinal. I know that cardinals live in trees, but if I'm not a fan of college football and I see this logo, I'm going to go, wow, the Stanford tree.
Yeah, that now knowing a little bit more, that definitely changes things. And they've also been horrible. I'm working on an
Yeah, they've been
ACC video right
atrocious.
now. Holy cow! Syracuse coming up though. I think this is a bad logo. To be honest, it's really bad. There's nothing good about this one. It's not going in the bottom tier because I do like the blue outline. We
It's a
obviously love
little
the newly
clean. It's
renovated
clean.
Carrier Dome, but yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that one. Which one's not bad, in my opinion? TCU. I love this logo. I would
Same.
say I would love to see maybe a little bit more, diversity in the color for the horned frog itself. But this logo is really, really cool. Love it. I love that I know that it's a horned frog right away. And the TCU, the purple and the white. I wish there was a little bit of black in this logo here because the purple and black that they have is really, really nice. This is going to go in the great category for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
here we go. Here we go.
I'm wearing a Tennessee shirt right now.
You
I'm a
know what's funny?
Tennessee
Hold
fan.
on. I'm out. You know what's funny? You get
Yes.
your favorite college football team, and then I get my favorite college football team back to back.
Huh. Yeah,
I didn't
that
even
is
realize
pretty
that.
funny. Um, Tennessee, it is a bad logo. It's a bad logo, but it is iconic.
True.
But that color alone is gonna put it up in mid for me. I
Oh my
would
god, your fandom is showing so
no,
much
that
in that
color
one.
is beautiful. That is the best orange of any of these oranges, by the way. I think just based on the color scheme, I'm gonna put it in mid.
I don't know. I think your fandom is showing there because I'm not gonna be as forgiving with the Texas A&M Aggies here. I think that this logo I used to really love it, I'm not gonna lie. I love the big T and then the A&M, but then, like, what more are we doing here? I don't know, this weird stripe down the T doesn't really do anything else for me. I'm gonna say, because Texas A&M, in my opinion, can be iconic. I'm gonna put them in the iconic but bad.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
like
agree
their
with
I
that.
don't like their logo. I never did.
Yeah, and as you get older, you realize sometimes you don't know everything, and that's okay. But
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, it just felt like the right thing to say. Because you said you used to like it, and now you don't know what's going on.
Oh, so
So,
you're assuming because I
so
used to. What do you think that means, 2 decades ago? I'm not that old.
I
Jeez.
didn't. Texas is going in best of the best. The burnt orange
Yeah.
is fantastic. The logo is iconic. I have zero complaints with this logo at all.
We finally broke the stereotype that every single best of the best is ass.
Yeah,
This Texas is, statistically, I don't know. Are they statistically one of the best teams in college football history? I actually don't think so. Um, I don't think so, actually. That's something for a later date, but we have that Texas State. Are they the Bobcats?
yes.
Yeah. The Texas State Bobcats. I actually have a phone interview with a player from Texas State right after we're doing this video. So that's interesting. But I hate the color here. It's just I that's really the only thing that saves it from being in like the good category. Because I feel like it's a good logo, but it's just like the color contrast just doesn't work out for me. I'm gonna put it in mid.
Yeah, that's fair. Texas Tech. I honestly think this logo is bad. To be
Ooh.
honest, which I know you compare it to the rest of the bad categories, it's better than the ones in bad. But I hate this logo. To be completely honest,
So it's going in bad?
mid at best. But I don't like this logo very much.
Wow. It's so funny because you look at the rest of them here and it's like, "Ah, yeah, I could see it, I could see it." And then you see, like, actual, like, depth of color and you're like, "Oh, okay. I could see." I'm actually gonna follow that up with Troy here. This
Yeah,
logo to me is just it's bad. I it's so plain. It's not good in my opinion. Like, I kinda like it, but at the same time, it's just so plain. One color for the most part. It's bad.
Tulsa is there's a golden hurricane. I don't see anything gold, and I sure don't see a hurricane. So it's a mid logo because I do love that Tulsa font.
Mhm.
That really is the saving grace here, but I'm gonna put it in mid.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that. All right, so we're going to UCF here, where again, I'm not in love with this logo. Love the 3 colors. Love the way that it comes down diagonally. It's a clean looking font. It's not a good or a great logo, in my opinion. I will say it is mid, but it has the potential to be better. I do like the logo, and usually
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the letter logos like that, but it's got a certain cleanliness about it that I like.
definitely. UCLA is iconic but bad, just because I normally like the cursive font, and this is fine. There's zero depth, no color other than the blue, which isn't even a nice blue to me. Um, yeah, I think this is iconic but bad.
Yeah, I got UMass here, and I really like this logo a lot. I don't know why, to be honest with you, but whenever I would pass it looking for a team to put on this tier list here, it just like stood out to me. I don't know what it is. I do like the U in the background. I like that it's exactly what it is. UMass. It is UMass. I wouldn't say that it's great or anything like that, but I love the clean look about it. I'm gonna put it in the good category.
Fair enough.
I
North
do like that
Carolina.
logo.
North Carolina is going to go in great to me. I just love this color. I love this logo. NC, I think this is a great logo, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I got Houston here, and again, I have I put Kentucky in mid because I think the color saves it, and I'm gonna say the same thing about Houston because it's pretty much the same logo if you look at it.
Yeah.
The UK and the UH are the same thing, and I say the color scheme saves this logo from being bad. I think it's mid.
Yeah. USC, probably iconic but bad as well. Maybe mid at best. I like the colors a little bit better. Their actual Trojan logo is way better than that, but
Yeah.
I'll put it in iconic but bad.
Utah State is just I mean,
This
U
might go on the
State
bottom tier.
No, I'm gonna put it in bad because I like the way that the state comes out at you. It's got a little bit of a different font to it, so it looks kind of sort of promising. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in the bad category. I wouldn't say ass category, but it is in the bad category for me, just because like the lack of like overall color too is just it's not a pretty logo to look at. I'm not excited to look at Utah State's logo.
No, not at all. Utah's logo is a lot better. The U
Yeah.
pops. You've got the feathers, which just works. I'm gonna put this one in great. This is a really, really good logo.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. One of my favorites, if it wasn't for UAB, this might actually be my favorite logo in all of college football. Um, yeah, we found our next ass entry here, and that's going to be Vanderbilt because, I mean, what's going on here? Literally one of the worst FBS colleges. I know it's a founder, and they can't. They can't like demote them to the FCS or something like that. Is that the reason why they're still in the FBS?
Don't ask me. I got into an argument because apparently, um, education for Vanderbilt keeps them in the FBS. I'm like, that's stupid because why? It doesn't
Yeah,
make any
I
sense.
mean,
This logo's horrible.
Harvard isn't in the FBS, and
Yeah.
I don't whatever. But yeah,
I guess it
Vanderbilt to
brings up
me,
the GPA of the rest of the SEC, which again, who
mm,
cares? I just want to watch good football.
yeah,
Um, yeah, Virginia. I actually do like this logo. I'm probably gonna put it in mid. I feel like it's on that tier, but I do like this logo. I love the colors. I like the two swords. You can tell what it is. I like this one.
yeah. Virginia Tech is not it for me here. I don't like the way that the V is straight, and then we get an italic T. Maybe if there was a little bit more orange
Yeah.
in the outline, I'd say it would be a little bit better. But this is a bad logo. I won't say it's ass because it's got a certain sleekness about it, but it's not a great logo. I'm going to put it in bad.
Same thing with Wake Forest. If it's the Demon Deacon logo, probably best of the best. But this one's just terrible.
Yeah, we got the Washington State Wow, we're really ending off on a bad note here. We got the Washington State Cougars here, and this logo, if it had a little bit more of a pop, a little bit more of an outline or something, I'd say that this would probably be in good or even great. I love the fact that you could actually sneak in a W here. You could see that it's
Yeah.
Washington. But I'm gonna say it's mid. I just feel like the one color is just it doesn't do it justice.
That logo is like one of the most hated on logos at college football. I'm a big fan of that one, but I agree. If there was like a white border that made it
Yeah,
pop a little bit
something make it
more,
pop a little bit. Yeah.
Washington is going to go in iconic but bad. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that. Washington, I would say, is a pretty recognizable school, pretty
Yeah.
iconic logo, but it's a bad logo.
What I never understood about Washington, and it bothers me to this day, is that their logo is off-centered.
Yes,
That
yeah,
why is one side of the W fat and the other side skinny? It never made any sense to me, and it
no.
always bothered me. And you could even see, like, right here, it's not in the center. It always my OCD kicked in there. West Virginia have a really interesting logo because I don't love it, but I've never seen a logo like this, the way that it's stacked. It's just like the W and the V work perfectly and they stack really well. I don't think it's anything special. I don't think it's bad either. I'm gonna say it's mid because I love the difference of it. It's a different logo, a different font, but it's just a W and a V, and there's no pop whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely. Wisconsin's also iconic but bad to me. I know there's a little bit of movement in the W, but it doesn't save it for me. I don't think it's a good logo. The Badger logo, again, so many of these secondary logos are so good,
Yeah.
or even these iconic but bad ones. And Wisconsin has a really, really cool one that they should be using, but for whatever reason, they are not. And for that reason, it's iconic but bad.
And the final one here, we have the Wyoming Cowboys here. And I'm going to put this in good. I like this logo a lot. I just wish the colors were either different or even flipped because it just by a quick glance, I can't tell that it's a cowboy with his hat off on a bucking horse. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But like, we're in college football. We know this and like we know that that's the logo, but I'd have to do a little bit of searching, but I love the look of the logo itself. I just think the colors kind of don't do it justice.
Yeah, I would agree
All right.
there. We
Let's
made
take
it.
a look at these tiers real quick. So, best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. I I think that's really solid. I think if you look at going from tier to tier, you look at best of the best to great, you could definitely see a pop difference, kind of the
Yeah.
same thing from good to great. I think we did a good job. I mean, obviously other people are going to have different opinions and that's completely fine, but I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better ranking than this in terms of the tiers that we had. I mean, look at this. You're literally trying to spell out a Scrabble word here on the bottom.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
I wish
it's
I
really
wish there
bad.
was a cup. Oh, wait, hold on. Is there another S or is it? Oh no, damn. Could have put. I was gonna say we could have put the ass tier right here, but you put Syracuse in the bad. But
This was fun.
yeah, absolutely. I love doing things like this. I think what we should do next, if we want to take on a tier ranking every once in a while, I think maybe we should do either the name of the team or the mascot
Either that or
or
we could do
jersey.
secondary logos or jerseys. There's a
We
lot of
could do
options
second.
here.
Yeah. So if you guys like this and you're still watching up until this point, let us know what you think in the comment section below. What you want us to rank next? Because honestly, there's a lot of different ways that we can go. We could even do helmets at one point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, a lot of different avenues that we can go. But yeah, this was. I'm so glad that we got a chance to record a video again.
Yeah, absolutely. We got much more coming for you guys soon. And then be sure to check out the Patreon, which we will have linked down below as well.